Hey everybody, it's Josie. Welcome back to Cedar Creek Homestead. Well, today we're going to be making a homemade version of those boxed rice mixes that you get at the store, and this will save us some money. You are able to control the ingredients, and it still provides you with convenience. We're gonna make them, put them up in jars and have in the pantry, and you can pull it off and use it just like you would the box mixes on those days where it's a little bit chaotic and stressful. We know that we all have those. When you're just worn out from being outside on the farm, or maybe you've ran your kids to all of their practices and recitals, or you're just simply wore out from a long day at work and you need something quick to put on the table. And it's still important to have those kind of things. So I'm going to be making a chicken version and a beef version. These are the basic recipes. You can add more spices and seasonings. You can take away the seasonings that I have, add your own. You could add proteins in. It's chicken and beef. You could even do pork. So let's get started, and we'll start with our chicken version. What I have in this bowl is 5 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. I have 2 teaspoons of homemade onion powder, and I have a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. That's what I'm choosing to put into my chicken rice recipe. Like I said, as you make yours, you can adjust the ingredients exactly how you want them. And so I'm simply going to get this bowl and dump these spices in the bowl. You know how I am, I have to get all the bits. Okay, you're going to need 2 cups of rice. That's uncooked rice, 2 cups of it. And this is white rice. I don't think I would try to use the brown rice, simply because it's not gonna store as long, and it doesn't cook the same way. Not that it's hard to cook it, but still. So I'm gonna use 2 cups. I don't fill it totally to the top in this little mixing cup because my fill line is about right there. I've had some of you be concerned that I'm not going all the way to the top with the mix. And the last thing that I'm going to need for the chicken recipe is 1 cup of broken angel hair pasta, vermicelli, or thin spaghetti broken into pieces. And I've already got this broken up. You can break it up even smaller if you want, but you're going to need 1 cup. And you're going to put that right in there too. And I may break it up a little bit as I go. I'm not too concerned about the size of it because we like it. I'm just going to take my little I'm going to use my little chopstick, mix this together a little bit, and I'm going to store this in a jar. Now this will make approximately 3 of those boxes that you get at the store. And I'm going to just simply put this in a jar. You want to make sure your jar is clean. You want to make sure that your jar is dry. You don't want any kind of moisture at all. And I'm going to use a canning funnel, and I'm going to try to get this in there without making too much of a mess. You know how it goes with me and messes. I have a little bit of this at the bottom. And we can simply just mix it up. Now when you put this on your shelf and you're going to use it, you want to make sure that you mix it so that you kind of reincorporate this stuff together every time that you're going to use it. And that's how fast it comes together. Now I'm going to put the beef together, and we'll discuss how to use this. I'm going to use the same bowl, and I'll tell you why. Because the ingredients are exactly the same for me, except I switched out beef bouillon for the chicken. So again, I've got 5 tablespoons of beef bouillon, 2 teaspoons of homemade onion powder, and a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And I'm just going to dump that right in there just like I did the chicken. I'm going to measure out my rice, 2 cups. Again, same thing. Now I'm supposing that you can make a great big jar of this if you wanted to. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to make this small batch for you. And then 1 cup of the angel hair or vermicelli or thin spaghetti. I'm going to go ahead and use all of that since that's all that's left in that little jar. Kind of crush this up. Y'all didn't see I spilled some of that behind the bowl. I'm just going to kind of crush it a little bit with my hand just to break those pieces up a little bit. Again, stir it up just a little. I can shake it up in the jar so it's not really a big thing. Put it in the jar. Again, we'll see how I do this without spilling everywhere. Not doing too bad so far. Get the goodies at the bottom. And we'll give it a shake. So that quick and easy, we've put together 2 jars of rice mixes, equivalent to 3 boxes in each jar, depending on how much you need for your family. If you just fix 1 box, there are 6 meals. Now what you're going to do is make sure that you store these in jars on your shelf. You could put them in Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer. I have some in my freezer because I have some in my pantry, a backup in the freezer, and then you see how easy it is to make them. When it's time to make your rice mix, what you're going to do is you're going to get out a pan with a lid. If you're going to make 1 box of this, you're going to put 2 tablespoons in the bottom of your pan and let it melt. Then you're going to shake your mix up and you're going to put 1 cup of it in your skillet and let your rice, your vermicelli, your spaghetti, whatever it is that you chose to use in there, get golden brown. Then you're going to add 2 1/4 cups of water to that and bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, you're going to reduce the heat to a simmer, cover your pot, your pan, and let it simmer for about 15 minutes before you guys enjoy it for your supper. Now, that's just the beginning. You can add in all kinds of things and make this a full meal. You could add vegetables to it, corn, some of you might even add peas. You could add broccoli. You could add cheese into it. You could add proteins, chicken, beef, pork. It's all up to you, and it's another way to save a little bit of money and make sure that you have some homemade convenience items on the shelf for those crazy days. Well, I hope this helped you guys. Until next time, this is Josie. I love you guys. I really do. We're gone.